about the worst time of day for me. Always having to sit here alone. Of course, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Waking up and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Then there's the night, too. Lying there and thinking about all the stupid things I've done during the day. And all those hours in between when I do all of those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. I guess I better see what I got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. And when you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Gee, the PTA sure did a good job of cleaning these benches. There's that cute little redheaded girl eating her lunch over there. I wonder what she would do if I went over and asked if I could sit and have lunch with her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty place next to her on the bench. There's no reason I couldn't just go over and sit there. I could do that right now. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I'm a coward. I'm so much of a coward that she would never even think of looking at me. She hardly ever does look at me. In fact, I don't remember her ever looking at me. Well, why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason in the world why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I'm so small that she can't spare one little moment? She's looking at me. She's looking at me.
Now, you're thinking of the other blue dress, the one I wore to Lucinda's party last week. The one I'm talking about is light blue and has a design around the waist.
I don't remember.
Here, it looked like this. The skirt went out like this, had puffy sleeves like that, and it had a sash across it just like that.
Okay, yes, I remember.
Yeah, that was the one I was wearing last week when Frida said she saw one just like it at the department store.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. If that little red-headed girl is still looking at me with this stupid bag on my head, she must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't looking at me, maybe I could take it off quickly and she'd never notice it. On the other hand, I have to take it off before she'll notice. Then again, if I never take it off, I'll never have to know if she was looking or not. On the other hand, it's getting very hard to breathe in here. She isn't looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh well, one more lunch hour over with, only 2,863 to go. All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
Aunt Marion was right. Never try to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally. But I think that a man can come closer to it by directing the forces of his life to a single goal that he believes in. And I think that a man's personal search for happiness is not really a selfish thing either. Because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week.
Hey, Snoopy, how's the fella?
Hey, Snoopy! Cute doggy!
What do you say, Tiger?
Hi, Fuzzy Face!
Hi, Snoopy.
Nobody ever calls me Sugar Lips.
You know, with the white dress and nice slippers and a big ballroom.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess that's kind of silly, isn't it, Charlie Brown?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, we all have our little daydreams or ambitions or whatever you want to call them. There's one I've had myself for years, but I've never told anyone.
What? You can tell me.
No, it's not the sort of thing I should tell. No, I don't think I should.
Oh, I promise not to tell anyone. Please tell me, Charlie Brown.
Well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I'd like to be real athletic so that everyone would call me Flash. I'd like to be so good at everything that all around school, I'd be known as Flash.
Hey, Frida! Listen to this one!
What's the matter, Sally?
I don't know. I was just jumping rope. Everything was fine. And then suddenly it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the countryside. He was always inspired by the beautiful sounds of the country. Beethoven had it nice.
Hey, Snoopy, we're home from school. Hi there, fella. Gosh, it's good to see ya.
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
Okay, Snoopy, I'll be out later with your supper.
I think that Snoopy is such a wonderful dog.
Me too. He's just about the best there is.
They like me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant
out, staying very, very still till we see a victim come. And staying very still, knowing every second counts. And then, like the fierce jungle creature I am, I would pounce! I'd pounce! I'd pounce! You know, I never knew how far it was down to the ground from up here. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home, warm and bread, sturdy beneath my head. Not bad, not bad at all. Not bad, not bad at all. I wonder if it will snow tonight.
I think I'll walk right up to that little red-haired girl and introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself, and then I think I'll ask her to come over and sit next to me. I think I'll ask her to sit by me, and then I think I'll tell her how much I've always admired her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon.
Yesterday, I was a dog. Today, I am a dog. And tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope for advancement.
Today's April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown. I think I'll play a trick on you. I think I'll try a little trick. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand today's April Fool's Day. You sure? I want to be certain. Okay. Hey, Charlie Brown, guess what? The little redhead girl's over there, and she wants to give you a hug and a kiss.
Oh, really? Wow, this is fantastic!
April Fools! Just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Snoopy, do you see the stick? I, the human being, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, will retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I got it!
Give it back! I'm telling Mom! You give me back my blanket!
No! I got it, and I'm going to keep it. This is just the start you need to break you of this disgusting habit.
Apparently you haven't read the latest scientific reports. A blanket is as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time restoring antique automobiles, or building model trains, or collecting old telephones, or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Oh, really?
Certainly. And this is good, for it helps these men to cope with their everyday problems. Now, I feel it is going to be absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back. So I'm just going to have to give it a good yank. Surprisingly, you can accomplish with a little smooth talking and some fast action. Got your back again. Delightful. Sucking your thumb without a blanket? Well, that's like eating a cone without the ice cream. My blanket and me.
Look at my little baby brother with his little baby blanket.
There's your baby brother with his silly little blanket.
Wow, you know what they say about babies and the blanket.
I'm Count Dracula from Transylvania. Ha! It's a cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, 'cause I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independence nation, I will go and leave my blanket on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just go away and leave it on the floor. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the Don't ever let me do that again!
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it. I actually thought I could do it. It's foolish, I know it. I'll try to outgrow it. But meanwhile, it's my blanket.
And me. And me.
And me.
Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be queen. When I grow up, I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. I have a big castle and a big front yard. When I go out my coach,
Lucy.
all through the way, and I will shout to them.
Lucy.
"No."
I believe that queens inherits a title. Yes, I'm quite sure that a person can only become queen by being born into a royal family of the correct lineage so that she can assume the throne after the death of a reigning monarch. I can't think of any possible way that you can ever become queen. I'm sorry, Lucy, but it's true.
And in the summertime, I will go to my summer palace, and I will wear my crown all the time, and swimming and everything. When I go out my coach, all the full wave, and what do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
There must be a loophole. There's always some kind of loophole. No one should be kept from being queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic!
Good grief.
It's usually just a matter of knowing the right people. I bet a few pieces of well-placed correspondence, and I get to be queen in no time.
I think I'll watch television.
I know what I'll do. If I can't be queen, I'll be rich. I'll work and I'll work and I'll be very rich. And then I'll buy myself a queendom!
Good grief.
Yes, I'll buy myself a queendom. And I'll kick out the old queen, take over the whole operation myself. I will be head queen. And then, when I go out my coach, all the people will wave.
What's the matter, Lucy?
What?
What happened to your queendom?
Oh, that. I've given that up. I've decided to devote my life to cultivating my natural beauty. Now switch channels!
Are you kidding? I'm not one of your royal subjects. What makes you think you can just take over?
These 5 fingers, individually they are nothing, but when I curl them together into a single unit, they're a fighting force, terrible to behold!
Yes, Your Majesty. Why can't you guys get organized like that?
A C. A C. I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture. How does one get a C in coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I being judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or perhaps I was being graded on my talent. If so, is it right that I be judged on a part of my life over which I have no control? If I was judged on my effort, then I was judged unfairly, for I tried as hard as I could. Or perhaps I was being graded on what I've learned from this project. If so, is it not true that you, my teacher, were also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Will you not share my C? Or maybe I was being judged on the quality of the coat hanger itself, out of which my creation was made. If so, is it right that I be judged on the quality of the coat hangers used by our dry cleaning establishment to return our garments? Is that not the responsibility of my parents? Should they not share my C? Thank you, Miss Othmar. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
To me, to have the one fool cat who likes to see a little kid
52 Valentines and I received 75. This year, I sent out 58 Valentines and I only received 61. Am I right in blaming this on the zip code?
This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. You can do it if you just don't get nervous. This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, take it easy. You can do it. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Merry Christmas. Oh. I'd give anything if that cute little redheaded girl sent me a Valentine. Maybe she did send me one. Maybe she sent me a Valentine and it's in our mailbox right now. I'm afraid to look. If I look and there's nothing there, I'll be crushed. But if she did send me one, I have to look. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
Oh, big brother, I've been thinking a lot about why you didn't get any Valentines this year. I think I figured it out. You didn't get any Valentines because no one sent you any.
I can't stand it. Look at them, laughing and enjoying themselves with their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to everyone I know this Valentine's Day. And did I get any in return? No, not one. Not one single Valentine. Everybody gets Valentines but me. Nobody likes me. I get about as many Valentines as a dog. My stomach hurts. Oh, Lucy, I'm so depressed. Everything's going wrong. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe there's something I can do to help. I think what you need to do is come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
Gosh, Lucy, you really think that will help?
Certainly.
All right, I'll try. I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I've always been awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I scream, I scream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream. Oh, how can there possibly be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me?
Well, that's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Certainly, you don't think that listing these few superficial failings is going to do you any good, do you? Why, Charlie Brown, we really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. And nobody likes me, not Frida, or Shermie, or Linus, or Schroeder,
Or Lucy.
or Lucy,
Or Snoopy.
or Snoop. Now, wait a minute. Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Oh, why was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly?
Wait! You're not very much of a person.
That's certain.
And yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope.
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me.
How old is he?
63. It's hard to believe he was once a human being.
Why is it that I always get my supper in the red dish and my drinking water in the yellow dish? You know, one of these days, I'm gonna have my supper in the yellow dish and my drinking water in the red dish. Life's just too short not to live it up just a little.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about the money? This is art, you blockhead. This is great music I'm playing, and playing great music is an art. Do you hear me? An art, 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 art!
You fascinate me. What? What? What?
Call the principal and hand him the news. We got a holiday that he can't refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music. Beethoven's birthday,
Beethoven Day.
a reverential nation. Beethoven Day, the hope of each musician. But am I the only guy to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray?
Beethoven Day.
Yes, as Ludwig von Beethoven, composer, born 1770 died 1827. The eldest of three sons, Ludwig's mother was a daughter of the chief overseer of the kitchen.
Whatever, Schroeder. I just want you to know I'm on your side. I want to help you publicity-wise with Beethoven's birthday.
Well, thanks for your support, but I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday commercialized.
Commercialized?
Yes, the next thing you know, they'll be wearing Beethoven t-shirts.
Beethoven Day.
If you're wondering how to start, just throw the music till you know it by heart. We're gonna celebrate the party on Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
And when you say the title,
Beethoven Day.
you'll hear a great recital. Every boy and girl to stand up and say,
Hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Beethoven Day.
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 A philharmonic rumble.
Beethoven Day.
A polyphonic jumble. Dedication as we stand up and say,
Hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
I got it. Well, the man won't be ads in every newspaper.
We'll start a chain of Beethoven superstores.
We'll build a Beethoven theme park.
We could have a bake sale.
wait! That's too commercial. Let's imagine that glorious hour, filled with emotion and inspired with power, as we all honor the man we adore. On the day we place the news face on Mount Rushmore.
woodlands lay open and inviting.
If it's such a magnificent day for them, then why spoil it for the rabbits?
Oh, come on, Snoopy. Where's your spirit of adventure? Where's that old thrill of the chase? What kind of dog are you, anyway?
I am a sleeping dog. Take it from there.
Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself wasting a perfectly good day like this. The trail is fresh, the scent is clear. Now let's sleep out there and bag us a big old rabbit.
Well, I get the feeling she's determined. Well, that's what she wants. Might as well get her money's worth. Oh, Bubba Black Sheep.
All right, attaboy, Snoopy. We ought to see lots of game today.
Sometimes when you're depressed, all you want to do is nothing. All you want to do is lean your head on your arm and stare into space. Sometimes this can go on for hours. If you're unusually depressed, you may have to switch arms.
Go, 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 go! Schroeder, what did you do with the picture that I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own hand?
Of course.
He touched my picture!
Go, Snoopy, go, Snoopy, go, Snoopy, cut, rabbit, go, Snoopy, go! Where?
This has been a bad time for me. Maybe if I'm lucky, tomorrow will be a better day.
In some parts of the world, tomorrow is already today, and today is yesterday. So if tomorrow's already today, Charlie Brown, there's no way tomorrow will be a better day.
Well, you're a lot of fun to have around.
Rabbits.
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 A book report on Peter
A book
Rabbit.
report on
Peter
Peter
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Peter
Peter
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about a stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go.
The name of the book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it very. I like the part where it was it reminded me of Robin Hood. And the part where Little John jumped from the rock to the sheriff of Nottingham's back. And the Robin and everyone's from the trees, the sudden surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all his goods, and they carried him back to the cave of the woods. And the sheriff was guessing the dinner and all. But he wriggled away and they sat in the car as men rushed in the air was blue. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing too.
The other person's name was McGregor. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Ugh!
In examining a work such as Peter Rabbit's, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabric of its deep motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressure so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also hope to explore the personality of Mr. McGregor in his conflicting roles as farmer and humanitarian. Peter Rabbit was established from the start as a benevolent hero.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. I'll get a fresh start tomorrow, and it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure if I wait till tomorrow. I should start writing now, but if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yes!
Down came the staff on his head, smash, and Robin fell like a sack full of lead, crash. The sheriff left, and he left him for dead. Ha! But he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Just then an arrow flew in the wind. It was a sign for the fight to begin. And then it looked like the sheriff would win. Ah, but not for long. Away they ran. Just like rabbits who run a lot, as you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.